What's up, guys? Welcome back to Stephen Somerville Irish Rugby. Now, before we get into this preview ahead of the next Lions game, breaking news here. The game against the Bulls this Saturday has been called off due to COVID cases in the Bulls camp. The British and Irish in this first tour game to be affected in a country that has experienced a surge in infections. Tour organisers hope to reschedule the game or find different opponents for the Lions going up. Doubts also exist over the South African warm-up game against Georgia this Friday. The Springboks are isolating with training suspended as they deal with an outbreak. The South African rugby bosses said 4 Bulls players and 1 member of the management returned positive tests, which in the combination with their close contacts made it impossible for them to find a team according to series safety protocols. Meanwhile, 4 positive results among the Georgian team and 4 additional positive tests among the Springboks team, including head coach Jacques Nimbark and one Mesa, have further complicated the planning basically. So the South African rugby chief executive Yuri Rooks, these positive results are a setback and have underlined the danger of the transmissibility among the Delta variant. The Springboks' second test against Georgia is now in serious doubt. A decision on Friday will be made on Wednesday. The priority is to maintain the health and safety of our players, and we'll continue to focus on that. The host nation previously suspended training on 27th of June because of the positive test, but were later cleared to play. The following deadlines played their first game yet. South Africa is battling the third wave of coronavirus. I'm not going to say it, but I'm going to say it now. So South Africa is battling a third wave of what's going on over there. Entered into a very severe lockdown just as the Lions arrived. Speaking before the game, the Lions defence coach Steve Tandy said the tourists would adapt to any disruption, which the Lions will take on the Sharks. When the Lions game will go ahead this Wednesday against the Sharks. I mean, it's a serious situation over there. Firstly, off in South Africa, I must say, the Bulls game on Saturday has been called off, and rightly so, because the Bulls players have somehow got COVID. You know what I mean? It's just unfortunate, because I would have been in Dublin this Saturday. I would have loved to have seen the Lions play when I was in a pub. It's just that's a bit gutting now, to be honest with you. But look, move on. I don't really mind. Now we'll just focus on. I'm sure the game will get rescheduled eventually, but I think the South Africans are doing the safe option too of sort of isolating, because I wouldn't have a problem of the Georgian second test being called off, because it gives the Springboks were already played Georgia anyway. They absolutely gave them a thrashing, but I think the Springboks have got a game now. I think they want to focus on the Lions tour coming up, so I think they'll isolate and they'll get back to hopefully training wise. So let's hope it all works out. But anyway, I'm going to move on to the game against the Sharks this Wednesday, as the Lions have their second South African game. Yeah, for me, this is going to be one of the hardest ones, I think, because I believe that the Sharks are more better than what the Sigma Lions were, and for me that's going to be a big test now, because you're going to face better opposition. I'm going to give you the Lions lineup here. I'll start with 15. We've got Liam Williams back in the squad. We've got Anthony Watson, Elliot Daly, Bundyaki, Van der Merwe, Dan Bigger, Gareth Davis, Welsh combination there. Mako Vunipola, Conan Dickey was his first 2 start. Sander Ferguson was his first number 3 shirt. Ian Henderson captains inside. Big Ulster man, get up the Ulster man. And he's paired alongside Alan Baird, who's going to get his first appearance. I'm really looking forward to seeing Josh Navidi here, as he's playing number 6, alongside Tom Curry for his first start, and also his first start to Sam Simmons. And on the bench, we've got a very informed bench with Ken Owens, Rory Sutherland, Ty Furlong, Ty Byrne, Jack Conan, Conor Murray, Stuart Hogg, and Chris Harris. Now, for me, when I see this lineup, there's a few players I'm looking forward to seeing. Josh Navidi, Sam Simmons, Sander Ferguson, Karen Dickey, I think I'm hoping they have very good games. It's going to be really hard against the Sharks, because they're going to be more physical than what the Sigma Lions were, and I expect a really hard performance against the British and Irish Lions here with the Sharks. So you can't take anything for granted. I think that Steve Gallant doesn't want to show hand too early on the test side. He believes that it was far a bit down the line and we're concentrating on what we've got right in front of us. Gallant said he was not trying to think too much about his test side, but admitted some good performances and victories against Japan and the Sigma Lions have already made his job tough. He said, I want this group of men to feel that everyone has an opportunity right up to the test matches, the New Zealander explained. As we get a bit closer to we'll start to look at potential combinations. There will definitely be some mix and matching, because you don't want to show your hand out too early. So yeah, I think I totally agree with what Gallon said there. I think he's definitely rotating a lot in terms of the players that we've already seen in these past few tests. They haven't put it for wrong. You know what I mean? I think the British Irish Lions being Japan by 20 points. That's a good result. I think thrashing the Sigma Lions. You know what I mean? Is a statement. I think the chemistry is coming well together. I think what you don't want is you don't want players to sort of heads drop to your head. You know what I mean? If one of them drops their head, then it's a big problem because you're going to need a leader. Because Conor Murray's taking over the reins of Alwyn Jones, and we don't want Conor Murray to be a captain that's going to fail. We want this team to go forward and win a test series in South Africa. That's all we want. And if it's right crowd or not, we just keep going. The Lions know what I have to do. So I think this game against the Sharks is going to be very physical. I believe it's going to be a very tight game, if I'm being honest with you. I think the Sharks will have more of a test than what the Sigma Lions produced. So I'm going to go for a 22-10 win to the Lions. I believe that Sam Simmons will rise up to the occasion. I believe also that Liam Williams will have another good game. I also believe that Ian Henderson will captain the side well, and alongside Adam Beard, it'd be a good test to see how them two get well. Anthony Watson for me has to have a really good game if he wants to be in contention, because I think Josh Adams is now in line to start. Whether it's Lewis Reece Salmons or not, you got really informed players there. This is the game Anthony Watson needs to step up here. You know what I mean? That definitely, because if he doesn't step up, then I think it's like the likelihood it's going to be Josh Adams and Lewis Reece Salmons in the main test going forward. So now, before I go, I just want to give one more player because I'm glad he's in the squad now. Josh Navidi replaced Justin Tipperick in the squad because Justin Tipperick unfortunately got injured in the first game. But Josh Navidi, I had him in my squad before, and this is going to be a big test with Josh Navidi. I don't think he's going to start, but if he wants to make a standard mark, then he has to have a game of his life here against the Sharks, because against a good quality side in the South African opposition, you have to do that. So out of this whole squad, you got a really informed bench to come off. So I can only see this going for a Lions win. If I'm being honest with you, we haven't put it for wrong. Players coming off the bench have done a really good job. So I'm going for a 22-10 win to the Lions, but it's going to be a bit tight. So there you go. Thank you very much for watching my preview for the Sharks game ahead of tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys right after the match reaction to the Lions game. Thank you very much for watching. Appreciate it. Make sure to like and subscribe, and it really helps me a lot. I'm almost at 100 subscribers. I didn't even think I would get that far so far. So thank you all very much for subscribing lately, because it means the world to me. All I want to do is make rugby content, and it's paid off so much. So I thank you very much. I couldn't be more grateful to you all the fans out there. Thanks very much. It means the world to me. So thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thank you.